All right, good morning, afternoon, evening. If you are tuning in for the replay, this is week 2 of Intro to Steel Mace Vinyasa. We've got a open hip conditioning workout coming at you. We're gonna start with a warm up, go through our conditioning exercises, a weighted flow, and then get into our cool down. All right, let's get into it. First thing that we're gonna do is set our feet like the number 11. See that the pinky toe sides of your feet are parallel. That can actually be really different to stand if you're used to standing with an open gait like this. Just standing like so is gonna feel maybe a little bit of internal rotation. And we just wanna start to get like our minds in our hips, right? Notice that internal rotation of our legs, and then ground down through the outer edges of your feet. Like if you imagine like when you walk barefoot on the sand, like that print that is there. Pull up through the inner arches of your feet, and by grounding down into your feet, notice your core, right? Notice how you're holding your pelvis. You can have a little soft bend to your knees. We're just gonna take our arms out in front of us, make 2 fists, and start to rev your motorcycle, okay? This is what I like to do to just warm up my wrists. The Mace workout is going to help you improve your grip strength and your wrists. And so we want to make sure that we're warming them up appropriately, okay? Now we're going to take our wrists straight out in front of us and then start to move them in and out, and in and out. And then we'll connect those points, so making circles with our wrists, okay? For 2, 3, reverse the direction. Trying to keep your elbows as straight as possible so that you can tap into your forearms. 1 more deep breath in. And breathe it out. All right, something that I always like to show, if at any point your wrists start to bother you because of just using the grip strength, you can always take a wrist relief position, okay? Backs of the hands together, drop your elbows down, and just press your hands together like that, all right? Let's reach our arms all the way up, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands down in front of your chest. I'll do that again. Deep breath in, just a decompressive breath. Big open mouth, sigh out, let it go. Good, 1 more like that, breathe in. And now this time, fold all the way down, breathe out. You can bend your knees as much as you want to, separate your feet enough that you can relax the weight of your upper body and your head. And just give yourself a little hang time here. Relax your head, you can shake it out yes, shake it out no. Rock some weight forward towards your toes. As we go through our warm-up, we'll use our Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Trying to make your exhales as long as your inhales. 1 more deep breath in. Breathe it out. And then come down onto your hands and knees. Okay, we'll set up into our tabletop position. So hands right underneath our shoulders, knees right underneath our hips. We'll take some arm threads from here. Right arm goes up as you breathe in. And then you'll thread the needle, right hand behind your left wrist, but keep it off the ground. You're just gonna reach over in that opposite direction. And then again, with an inhale, reach your arm all the way up, peel your shoulder open. Exhale, thread the needle, belly to spine, reaching over. Good. Do that about 2 to 3 more times on your own with your own breath. Good. As you open up your arm, really reach through your fingertips. Notice the difference if you have your fingertips together versus if you have them apart. If it's too much to reach all the way up, you can always take your hand behind your head and just reach up with your elbow. Okay, next time your arm opens up, keep it there. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, set that hand down. Yeah, let's go to the other side. Big breath in with your left arm. Exhale, thread the needle, breathe out. And tapping into your breath for the quality of movement. I always like to say mobility work is breath work. You're only going to improve your mobility as much as you're willing to tap into your breath. Because your mobility is improved by you being able to extend the amount of tension that you're under, and you do that with your breath. All right, 1 more deep breath in, reach up. And breathe out, set it down. All right, let's find a shoulder pack here. We draw our shoulders back and down, ground down into your hands, and then see that your low back is in line to the rest of your spine. So notice it that you're not dropping your belly down, but hugging belly towards your spine. We'll take a spinal balance from here. Right arm forward, left leg goes back. You're looking down, straight down at the ground so that your head is in line to the rest of your spine. Your lifted foot is flexed, your toes are dialed towards the ground. All right, let's add a little dynamicism to this. Breathe in. As you exhale, elbow to knee, round through your back. Again, reach out, breathe in, keep belly to spine so you're not collapsing in your midsection. As you exhale, press down through your left hand, press the ground away so you can bring your knee as close to your chest as you can. Again, inhale, breath. Exhale, belly to spine. 2 more, long breath in, reach out through your fingertips and your heel. Exhale, bring your leg in. 1 more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Hold it here for 3. See if you can flex your foot, bring your knee higher up into your chest. 2, 1 more, inhale. Exhale, set it down, tabletop position. Okay, draw your shoulders back and down again. When we find a shoulder pack, what we do is we engage our lats. That is one of the foundational mechanics for Mace work, is that we're loading our lats and not our shoulders, okay? Draw your left arm forward and your right leg back. Just tap into your spinal balance here in a static variation. Your breath is on. The more you connect your eyes to one point of focus, the more it's going to help you to balance. Press down into the top of your left foot. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, elbow to knee. 4 more times like that. Lengthening out as you breathe in. Pressing the ground away. As you exhale, pull your shoulder blades apart. Use your breath to help you move. All right, 1 more. Deep breath in. Reach out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Press the ground away. Hold it here. 3, 2, 1, tabletop position. Nice. Draw your shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in. Big open mouth, sigh out. Let it go. All right. Tuck your toes and press back into your downward facing dog. Downward facing dog looks like an upside down V. You want to put some weight into your knuckles, okay? As if you're pressing the top of your mat or the ground away from you. You can let your head fall back so you look back in between your feet. Your knees can always be as bent as you need. All right, take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Big toes together to touch so your feet come together. We'll take our right leg up towards the ceiling, and then knee comes in towards your chest without shifting your shoulders. So you stay in downward facing dog the whole time. We open our knee out towards the right and then extend our leg back to the starting position. Taking hip circles here from downward facing dog. 3 to 4 more times on your own. You get to decide how big or small the circles are, how fast or slow you go. If it becomes too much weight on your wrist, feel free to come back down to that tabletop position and you can do the hip circles from that position as well. We're isolating our hip joint here, moving the top of the femur bone inside of our hip, getting into our hip stabilizers. That's one of the things that I love about the Mace workout. When we work open hip conditioning, we can really tap into our hip stabilizers, all the tiny tendons and ligaments that are inside of our hip joint. Finish that next one out, and then bring your right leg back down to downward facing dog. Let's take it to the other side. Left leg goes up, breathe in. Left knee into your chest, breathe out. Sweep it around, open it up towards the left, and extend it all the way back to the starting position. As you extend your leg back, you have the opportunity to notice your hamstring, your toes dialed towards the ground. We've got about 2 to 3 more rounds. Stay locked in with your breath. We'll get up off our hands in just a second here. 1 more circle, 1 more breath in and out. Bring that leg down to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward and back knee down. Find a low lunge. All right, draw your shoulders back and down. All right, set up for a 90-90 lunge to start. So we've got our front knee over our front ankle, back knee under our hip. We're gonna take a kneeling cat-cow. Arms come open to the sides. Let me get away from the wall a little bit. Arms come out towards the sides, palms facing away. Lean forward as you breathe in. As you exhale, clasp your hands in front of you, draw your chin towards your chest, and straighten your front leg. Your front foot stays on the ground the whole time. Good. Inhale, reach open. And exhale, take it back. Another 3 to 4 times on your own. As you come forward, keep your knee peeling open towards the pinky toe side of your foot. As you go back, your shoulder blades move apart from each other. And one more deep breath in. And breathe it out. Lean back forward into your front leg. Lift your arms up, separate your hands. Flex your hands as if you were standing on the ceiling. Pull your hands back, straighten your elbows out, plug your shoulders down. Hinge forward over your front leg, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up, sweep it back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, big breath out. Left leg goes forward, find your kneeling lunge here. All right, set yourself up so that you see that 90-90, 290-degree angles, and then we'll start. Arms come open as you breathe in. You can look forward, you can look all the way up, and as you exhale, bind your hands, straighten through your front leg. Using your breath to help you open up as you lean forward. And your exhale, belly to spine. There's a little rounding of your lumbar spine here. So you can feel the extension of your hip flexor on your right leg. One more time, deep breath in. Breathe it out. Bend back into your front leg, lift your arms up. Release your hands, flex your palms. Draw your shoulders back and down. Find your shoulder pack. Hinge forward over your front leg. Hands come down. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Step back, top of your push-up this time, high plank. Okay, see that your head is in line to the rest of your spine. So you're looking down at your mat. Back of your head is pressing up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Knees come down. Lower your chest all the way down. Lift up, little cobra. Press back through your knees, downward facing dog. All right, we've got one more warm-up drill here. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Right knee comes towards your chest. Exhale. Now your shoulders shift over your wrists. We place our right foot down. Pivot your back foot down so the pinky toe side of your foot is completely down on the mat. Windmill your arms open into warrior two. So this is going to be a position that we're going to be working with a lot today. Let's establish the foundations of it, okay? Front foot intersecting your back foot, okay? Now, press your front knee open so that if you look down, you could see your big toe, your second toe. So it's a standing hip opener. Shoulders draw back and down. Good. Now, slightly bring your shoulders back over your hips. Notice your lower abdominals zip up and catch. Keep bending into your front leg and pressing your front knee open. There you go. Okay, take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Let's take our right elbow down to our right thigh. Left arm reaches forward. Extended side angle. All right, now we're gonna add a dynamic drill from here. We're going from this position into a reverse warrior two. Right arm reaches up and back as you breathe in. As you exhale, right elbow comes down, left arm comes forward. Do that a few more times with your own breath. Inhales to go back, feel this long stretch across the right side of your body. Exhales to lean forward. The challenge is to stay deep into your front leg, even as you reach back. Building That connection to your hip stabilizers. Putting our mind there. Our warm-ups are all about priming our bodies so that we can condition more effectively. If you don't warm up when you work out, you're more likely to experience injury. It might also take you longer to adapt to exercise. And simply put, you're going to be less able to find flow in your exercise because your body might not be ready for it, your mind not be ready for it. Okay, the next time you go back, stay there, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands forward, pivot your back foot, step back into downward facing dog. All right, the left leg goes up now as you breathe in. Left knee into your chest, shoulders over your wrist. Like you're gonna sprint forward off of your mat. Place your left foot down. Pivot your right one down. Windmill open into warrior two. All right. Set up the foundations of your pose. See that your front foot intersecting your back foot. I'm gonna turn around for the recording. And then press that front knee slightly open, but stay grounded in the ball mound of your foot. The ball mound of your foot, your metatarsal, right below your big toe. Let's add in that dynamic drill. Flip your front hand, reach back, breathe in. Right hand comes forward, left elbow comes down as you exhale. You've got 3 to 4 more times with that on your own. Challenging yourself to build depth as you connect to the length of your inhales and your exhales. All right, the next time you go back, hold it there. Take a deep breath in. Cartwheel your hands to the mat, pivot your back foot. Step back into high plank, top of your push-up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower, low push-up. You can always use your knees if you need. Upward facing dog. Now straightening your elbows, tops of your feet pressing down, thighs lifted. Downward facing dog, press back. You can use your knees for that transition too. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth, sigh it out loud. All right, tiptoe your feet all the way up to your hands. Maybe even challenge yourself to see how close can you get your feet towards your hands. Once you make it there, bend your knees, keep your arms and head heavy, and just take a really slow roll up all the way to stand. So that your head is the very last thing to stack up on top of your body. So that you're noticing that it's actually your core that helps you to stand up. Once your head stacks up, draw your shoulders back and down. Imagine you're sliding your hands into 2 long pockets on your sides. Reach your arms all the way up. Take a deep breath in. And hands come down to heart center. Breathe out. Okay, let's just take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth, sigh it out, let it go. All right, ready to grab some mace? Let's go. Okay, let me make sure that there's no one in here that I need to let in. We're good. Okay. So, make sure.
I thought you were going to grab the...
All right. So we have got 4 exercises that we are going to do on a timed protocol. These timed protocols can look different depending on your goals for your workout, right? So you could do conditioning exercises by reps. You could do them with a short, let's say 40-20 cycle. Today we're gonna work on a 90-30. So we're gonna have 90 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. And we're gonna do that 2 times through after learning what the exercises are, okay? It's a nice long protocol, so it gives us a lot of time to really establish form and get familiar with the exercise, okay? All right, the first one that we're gonna do is a lateral lunge, okay? Let's first just grab the mace, okay? As we talked about before, if you've never held your mace before, just hold it out in front of you. Let's actually step our feet together for this part and just hold it in order position, okay? You've got your hand right in line to your elbow, so bring your hand a little bit, further down to see that your wrist is in line to your elbow locked into your side, your shoulders draw back and down, okay? This is order position, and you can see that all of the weight is up here in the globe, right? It's an offset leverage tool, which makes it wildly different than working with a dumbbell or a kettlebell, all right? Now, some basic just anatomy of the mace. Globe, grip, tail, all right? Right now we're holding down towards the tail. To make it easier at any time, you would slide your hand closer towards the globe. Notice as your hand comes closer towards the globe, now you don't have that offset leverage. So at different points throughout the exercise today, if you need to make it easier for yourself, you move your hand towards the globe and it's gonna make that easier, okay? Hold it in the other hand just to get familiar with that. Let's talk some about these foundational mace mechanics. Full grip conformation, all 5 fingers wrapped around your mace, and it's like you're wringing out a wet washcloth. You draw your shoulder back and down, notice your lat engage, and then I talk a lot about our trifecta. Our trifecta are our lats, core, glutes. To make movement functional, you want to always be engaging with your lats, your core, and your glutes, all right? Having a strong core system is going to help you move better. Take a deep breath in, breathe it out. All right, we're gonna come down to a different position that we're gonna use for this exercise. Over under grip. So we've got the globe in our left hand and the left hand facing up, right hand is facing down. Full grip conformation on the 2. They're gonna move in different directions as you do so, like you're wringing out that wet washcloth, okay? Step your feet wide for their lateral lunge. Your toes face out towards a 45-degree angle. Go a little bit further back here, okay. And just a few times, we're just gonna switch the mace from side to side so that you see what it is to switch it from side to side. The mace is gonna stay tucked in towards your body the whole time, and we're just gonna slide the bottom hand up towards the top and bring it back down. Exactly, slide it down. Now, as you switch the mace from side to side, it's easy to get really loose with your grip, okay? Do you feel that? Like how you can just like kind of slide it? You wanna get in the habit of finding your landmark positions. Starting position, ending position. So you're wringing out that mace every time you bring it down. Okay, lateral lunge looks like this. It's a cross jack. That's another way. We're gonna take the mace, we've got it now in our right hand, right palm facing up. Bend into your left knee, bring the mace globe right below your right shoulder and look down towards the ground. Your hips are going back as if you were like shutting a door with your butt, okay? Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, keep the mace close to you, bring it up and switch it over into the other side. You bend into the right leg, globe comes right underneath your left shoulder. All right, take a deep breath in. Exhale, stand up, switch the mace, keep it close to your body, dial it right underneath you. All right, keep going like that. Do about 5 to 10 more reps on your own just to get familiar with that exercise. This is our lateral lunge, the most basic kind of open hip conditioning exercise that we have in steel mace vinyasa. This is a static variation. There's ways to add dynamic footwork to this, which we'll see in our last round. The idea here is that we are trying to bring the mace globe as far down towards the ground as we can. When we come up, we're looking up. When we go down, we're looking down, so that our head is always in line to the rest of our spine. And we'll start to use what's called a force level breath. We're gonna go inhale as we go down, and exhale out through your mouth. This helps you to recruit your core, find a little glute tension there as you come up. And you would breathe out forcefully through your mouth on the part that you consider to be the most difficult part of the exercise. All right, come up to stand and relax. Okay. In between our rounds, especially in our timed protocols, I like to practice something that's called a chugging breath. Looks like a boxer's breath, okay? Take a deep breath in, and then you're gonna bounce through your heels and breathe out. Exactly, breathe in, breathe out. If at any point in the rest rounds you would need to put your mace down, you can always do that as well. You can choose to hold it out however you want it in that time. It's nice sometimes to like shake out your arms in between those. All right, let's come down for our second exercise. We're gonna do a weighted spinal balance. So we did a warm-up we did a spinal balance in our warm-up where we had our bird dog position, the right hand, left leg, for example. Now we're gonna do this with our mace, all right? Bring your mace over to your right side, and we are going to take the globe, our hand right by the globe, left leg is back, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, extend the mace forward. Now, there are lots of options here to make it easier. If that's not accessible, what you can do is flip the mace around entirely. You're gonna grab it by the tail. The globe will stay on the ground so it's got less weight, and you slide it forward and then slide it back. All right? Do about 5 reps on each side, imprinting it on your nervous system, on your body. Using your force level breath so your leg stays lifted the whole time, you're just moving your right arm. Use your force level breath as you extend. So you breathe in, exhale, breathe in, breathe out. All right, let's take it over to the other side. The mace comes over onto your left side. We'll extend the right leg. Super important here that we're not collapsing into our mid-back, so letting our belly fall out. We've got our belly pressing back towards our spine. That shoulder pack in our arms is gonna help us, again, load our lats and not feel that pressure in our joints. Let's do 5 reps with the left. Breathe in, exhale, extend it. You can always keep the tail on the ground if you're grabbing by the globe, or flip it around. Modify as you need so that you can stay in the work. The more and more you commit to where you are, the more you're working yourself, walking yourself to where you want to be tomorrow. For 3, for 2, last one. Bring it down. Yeah, bring your leg down, press back into a squat. And we call this malasana, a prayer squat. I like to move from exercise to exercise in a way that promotes functional movement. This is a great position to work in a open hip conditioning like we're doing today. Okay, draw your shoulders back, press down into the pinky toe sides of your feet. Good. Now take a deep breath in. Drive through your heels, stand all the way up. Good, little glute squeeze at the top. All right, grab your mace. Our third exercise, we're doing warrior 2 switches. So we're going from that warrior 2 position that we did in our warm-up into warrior 2 on the other side. Looks like this. Right leg bent, left leg back in your warrior 2. Mace in that order position, okay? Now when the order position is on our side, it's called flag. This is modified flag. Right leg forward. Mace is in the right hand. Now again, if at any time you need to adjust, grab it closer to the globe. It's going to make it easier. The further down you go, the more difficult it will be. You play with the leverage of that tool, all right? Draw your shoulders back and down. See that your rib cage isn't flaring out, but that you're hugging your low ribs in and lower abs are engaged. Press your front knee open. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're gonna take the mace in front of us, straighten out the right leg, and then open up to warrior 2 on the left. Good. See that your wrist is in line to your elbow. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, mace comes in front of you, pivot on your feet, open up to the other side. All right, do that 5 times. Just moving from side to side with a heightened awareness of the opening through your knee as it bends, your core, your lats through your shoulder pack. You follow your gaze to match the mace. When and if you feel ready, as you land in warrior 2, you can extend the mace out and find a full flag. If slightly angles towards you, you find an elbow lock here. Unless you hyperextend your elbows, then keep a little bend. Hard, okay? That's just a progression. If that's too much, elbow stays in towards your side. Bring it in front of you. Open up to the other side. You can press it out. You bring it in, back in front of your body. A few more reps like that. Building familiarity, just learning the exercise. Not every rep has to be perfect, but there is the opportunity to learn something from each rep. Maybe we can go a little bit deeper. Maybe we can use our breath a little bit more. Maybe we're just simply noticing what we're presencing ourselves to in our mind. Finish out the side that you're on. And relax. Mace is down. Good. You can step your feet in together. Take a deep breath in. Boxer's breath, chugging breath. Again, fill up. And empty out. All right, last exercise. We're going back into Warrior 2. We're going to do a core exercise in our Warrior 2. So we're going to practice the upper body movement first and then add it into the legs. New position, reverse guard position. Bottom hand in order. Top hand comes to mid grip. Our left hand facing away. Now, if this were a weapon this is a modern rendition of an ancient tool, a gada, a weapon. You wouldn't want to have your forearm in front of your face, right? You want to bring it down so that your forearm is low enough that you can see over it. And then this bottom hand, their elbows locked into our sides. Our shoulders are drawing back. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to tilt the mace over towards the left, like you're pouring out of a pitcher of water out the top of the mace, and then recruit your obliques to come back down to that starting position. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. So we're going to use our inhale to go pour out the mace, and then exhale, force level breath, to come back down to that starting position. Okay, a little softness into your knees. Take about 3 more reps there. This is called big wheel or big arc. It's a great exercise to both stretch your lats and then to recruit your obliques, one of the 4 main players of your deep core. One more. All right, let's see what that looks like in Warrior 2. We're going to take the left leg forward, right leg back. So notice that we start with the mace in reverse guard on the side of the extended leg, all right? Zip up your low core, shoulders stack over your hips. Take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. All right, let's add the movement now. Inhale as you go down. Exhale as you come up. Beautiful. 2 to 3 more. You're looking down, and then you're looking forward. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. You can straighten out your legs, step them together. Let's switch it over to the other side. Right hand comes down into order position. Draw your shoulder back and down. Right hand comes across. Take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Okay, notice this. The mace is not in the center of your body. It's offset. It's over on the left side. Left elbow tucked in. See that your elbow is not going back here. It's tucked into your side. That's going to help you actually to connect to your core. We're going to take a deep breath in as we go down towards the right. And as you exhale, snap it back into that landmark position. Okay, continue. A few more. Follow the mace globe with your eyes. Get a little extension there, and then notice that as you go down, you can then tap into your feet to help you use your core to come up. All right, let's add the legs. Right leg bent now. Mace is on the left, on the side of the extended leg. And we'll again, inhale as you go down, look down. The mace comes on the inside of your foot. And exhale, bring it back up into that starting position. Good. 2 to 3 more. Use your breath to help you tap in to all the details. Precision before speed always. And you might find that you're able to go a little bit lower with each new rep. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful, straighten out your legs. Mace is down. Take a deep breath in. Bounce through your heels, breathe out. This helps you to bring new oxygen in and to just find a little ease in your body. We can get so serious when we're working out, when we're doing yoga, when we're working with new tools. Just bring a little lightness in. All right, drink some water if you need. That's just our learn it round. So now we're gonna perform it, we're gonna practice it in 2 timed rounds. I'm gonna get the timer on here. And we are going for 90 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, 2 times through. All right. We're starting first with our lateral lunge. If you're watching the replay here, get some music on. It's always nice to have some music for our conditioning rounds, help you tap into flow a little bit. We're not gonna put it on here because we've got the recording going, but, all right, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just starting with lateral lunges. We're going down and coming up. Feet are set like to a 45-degree angle. We're looking down as we go down. We're looking up as we go up. We're sitting our hips back like we're closing a door, using our glutes, leg drive as we come up. Now, because we're moving side to side, this is going to be a longer interval for us to work through. So it's really a time to tap into that precision. As you're feeling warmed up, comfortable with the exercise, you can certainly add in a degree of speed. You can work towards more depth. You can start to let the exercise breathe you, perhaps. 30 more seconds. Stay focused on the exercise, full grip conformation. Your knees pressing open as you bend them so you get that open hip conditioning. Force level breath to help you stand up. Mace stays tucked in towards your body. Final 10 seconds. Last 3, 2, and 1. Come up. 30 seconds of rest. You can take a chugging breath in. Bounce through your heels. Breathe out. You can hold it in over-under position like you were. You can grab 2 hands over. Peaceful warrior here. Deep breath in. Bounce through your heels. Breathe out. All right, in 10 seconds, we're going down for our weighted spinal balance. Mace on the right side. Come down onto your hands and knees. Find your shoulder pack. Press down into the tops of our feet. Left leg lifts behind us. Extend your right arm with the mace. Breathe in. Exhale. Lots of different variations here too. You can have your hand next to the globe, keeping the tail on the mat, sliding it forward and back. You can flip it around to grab the tail, keeping the globe on the mat. Meet yourself where you're at. You can fully extend the mace off of the mat. Remember that Rome wasn't built in a day. The more you allow yourself to be where you're at today, the more you walk yourself towards where you want to be tomorrow. Finish out that rep. Roll the mace over to the other side, switch your legs, and continue. Get efficient with switching from side to side. Stay with your breath. Your eyes are locked in to a single point to help you both stay focused with the exercise, stay focused to your breath to help you to balance. You're using that force level breath as you extend the mace out so that it helps you to recruit your core. Your back leg flexed, hamstring engaged, glute on. Final 10 seconds. Dig deep. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your leg down. Come up onto your feet. Take a deep breath in. Chugging breath. Breathe out. If it's helpful, you can set your mace down. Relax your arms. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more. Inhale. And exhale it out. All right, we're setting up for warrior 2 switches. Mace in the right hand in our modified flag. Right elbow tucked into our side. Right leg is bent. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, transition the mace in front of you. Pivot on your feet. Open up the left leg. Bend the left knee. You move on your own breath. Side to side. Following the Mace globe with your gaze. Allowing yourself to fully arrive in each position. Using your glutes to help you move through the middle so that we're aware of transitions, not just landmark positions. When and if you feel ready, you can try a full flag, extending your arm to an elbow lock. Unless you have hypermobility, you'll keep a little bend to your elbow here. Final 30 seconds. One of the things that I love about Steel Mace Vinyasa is that we can work through dynamic conditioning exercises that also have an opportunity to stabilize, right? So it's not just about our ability to move the mace around to swing it, but can we stabilize it? Can we hold it? Can we actually play with that offset leverage tool? And can we use the tool to help us go deeper into our lower body to get that open hip conditioning that primes us for dynamic footwork? Bring it in and relax, right? Dynamic footwork is so important. Of course, if you're doing Muay Thai, it's all about dynamic footwork. If you're an aging adult, having your ability to do dynamic footwork is going to help you with falls prevention as you get older. Take a deep breath in. Chugging breath, breathe out. Again, inhale. And exhale it out. All right, we've got our final exercise here of round one. Right knee bent, mace and reverse guard on the left side. Take a deep breath in as you go down. And exhale, come back up. We've got 45 seconds on this side. And then we'll transition right into the other side. Use your breath to help you move. Inhale as you go down, look down. Exhale, recruit your glutes and your core to come up. Landmark position. Full grip confirmation, all 10 fingers wrapped around the mace. Last 15 seconds on this side. See if you can stay deep in your front leg. Building that hip stability. Finish out that rep. And then switch sides. Open up the left knee, bring the mace over to the other side, and right away you continue with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in, and breath out. Final 30 seconds. Stay focused on the exercise. One of the things that I love about combining weighted work with yoga is that it allows you to tap in. This is about mindfulness. This is not just about bringing strength to your body, it's about bringing strength to your mind. Come up, mace down, and relax. Take a deep breath in. Bounce your heels, breathe out. All right, breathe in. Breathe out. One more, big inhale. And exhale it out. All right, we have one more round of everything. Then we're gonna get into some stability work, all right? In 5, we're going last round of our lateral lunges. Feet out wide, toes out. We take the mace down under our shoulder, we look down, we come up, switch, and down. All right. So we did a learn it round. We did a practice round. I want you to think about this as your perform it round. How can I tap in a little bit more to the details, to find full expression as I move from side to side? You can stay with this to build more precision. If you want to add in something a little bit more dynamic, this progresses to a dynamic lateral lunge. You step your feet together and then apart. Step your feet together and then apart. Together, apart. Together, mace stays in close towards your body and apart. Okay, this is a progression. Now you can stay with that, stepping your feet together and apart. You can add in speed. Find a little hop, a little jump. Stay conditioned with your breath. Do just what is appropriate for you today while still finding your edge. Static variations are just as good as dynamic variations as long as we tap in to what we can do today. Last 3, 2, and 1. Come up. Take a deep breath in. Bounce through your heels. Breathe out. So it's this moment to come back to yourself, right? I like to think of that as a boxer's breath. When they're separating themselves and fighting, giving yourself a chance to come back, to find your breath, tap into your power. Okay, we've got our last and final round of our spinal balance. Hands and knees, left leg back. We extend the mace in our right hand. Breathe in. Exhale, extend it, breathe out. Now adjust it as you need. In my one-on-one training, I help people to practice what's called a 4-day wave. It's a recovery-based protocol. And so if this is the first movement that you're doing in a while, tone it down. You don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to need a whole week to recover from this exercise. If you're looking to build consistency with movement, it's important that we properly respect our bodies, our nervous systems, so that it's something that we enjoy. Move it over to the other side and continue. Right leg back. Breathe in. Exhale, extend. Keep your eyes focused on a single point. In yoga, we call it our drishti, our warrior's gaze. It's not just something that you do with your eyes, it's something that you do with your whole body. With your intention. Final 15 seconds. Brace your back with your core. Adjust your hand grip if you need. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees down. You can press back to your squat and stand up. Take a deep breath in. Chugging breath. Breathe out. Your breath helps to translate to your brain that you are okay. So extending your breath helps you to tap into your parasympathetic nervous system, to your rest and digest system, your capacity to find calm even in challenge. All right, we're going into our last round of Warrior 2 switches. Right knee bent, hand in modified flag. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, transition. Now, as you move into this work, it's a chance to kind of bring down your heart rate as you find position, pivoting on your feet. When and if you're ready, you can find your full flag, extending your arm, and transitioning with calm, collected power. One of my favorite quotes is, "A man is only as strong as his mind is calm." Your ability to find calm in your body when confronted with challenge is what will dictate your strength, your overall power, you reaching your goals. You can stay with this. If you want to progress this into a back switch, the mace is going to come behind you. You peel it out with the other hand, down to modified flag on the other side. You put it into your backpack, you unsheath the weapon on the other side. Bring your elbow in, put it in your backpack as you extend your legs, unsheath it. Shoulders stay over your hips. A common misalignment of Warrior 2 is to lean forward. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Mace is down. Take a deep breath in. A little bounce to your heels. Breathe out. Again, deep breath in. Breathe it out. One more. Big inhale. And full exhale. All right, final round of exercise, and we're done with our conditioning. We're sweating here all over the mats. Let's bring our right knee bent. Mace is on the left side, reverse guard position. We inhale as we go down. Exhale as we come up. Follow your breath. Follow your gaze. No progressions from this exercise. A chance to tap into stability, precision, slowing our heart rate down. Final 15 seconds on this side. See if you can stay a little bit deeper into your front leg. Keep pressing your front knee open. Shoulder pack as you come up. Staying focused on all those little details. Finish out that rep. Switch it over to the other side. Left knee bends, Mace is on the right. Continue. Inhale as you go down. Exhale as you come up. All right. Now, one thing that I love about open hip conditioning is that it allows you to tap into more muscles in your glutes. People just think squatting does it, but that only allows you to tap into your gluteus maximus. The external rotation of your front knee right now is helping you to tap into the smaller muscles around your glute max to find a more full glute workout as well. Last 5 seconds. One more rep. Come up and relax. Set your maces down. Take a deep breath in and bounce through your house. Breathe out. So you can see with the mace, it's a lot different, right? So it's nice. You can take a little party break in between. Feel free always, like in your conditioning, to step it down. Deep breath in and breathe it out. One more time. Fill up and empty out. All right, that's our conditioning work. We did a 90-30 protocol today. You can adjust the protocols to be shorter, faster, longer, as you feel fit when you go back to this workout. We are gonna get into now a very short weighted flow. So right now, we were working a lot with transitioning our mace from different positions, working transitional core strength. Now, we're gonna work to stabilize it into different positions, okay? We're gonna start with our mace at the top of your mat. If you're practicing with a yoga mat, it's going to be at the top of your mat. Let me just see here, here. Okay, you're gonna have the mace globe on the right side of the top of your mat, okay? And take downward facing dog, all right? Your downward facing dog looks like your upside down V. See if this isn't right here. All right, just pedal out your feet a few times, take a dynamic dog. Draw your shoulders up and into your back. So the space between your ears and your arms is big, okay? Take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Big toes together to touch. Right leg goes up. Breathe in. Right knee to your nose. Hinge forward. Shoulders over your wrists. Place your right foot down in between your hands. All right. Now, grab onto the mace so that your left hand is at the tail. Right hand is mid-grip. Back knee is lifted up. You're in this low lunge here. Row the mace to your chest. Triceps tucked into your side, shoulders drawing back, and then stand all the way up. Flip this into reverse guard. Good. Draw your shoulders back and down. Good. Let's just press it overhead into a horizontal overhead position. Notice that you've got the leverage of the tool here, helping you to have more power through your right and still extending both elbows down. Okay, take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Good, 3 more breaths here. Bending into your front leg, back heel lifted high. Setting your gaze out in front of you, crown to coccyx alignment. Draw your low ribs slightly in, shoulders over your hips. 1 more deep breath in. Breathe it out. All right, crank your mace back down into reverse guard. Flip the top hand now and open up into warrior 2. And hold your warrior 2 with either modified flag or full flag for 5, 4, 3. Press your front knee open, Aaron. Open your knee, open your knee, open your knee. 1 more deep breath in. Breathe it out. All right, Keep the bend in your front leg. Bring the mace in front of you. We're going to take it to extended side angle. We did this in our warm-up too. Right elbow down onto the leg. We're going to extend our mace up overhead. Now notice that now my wrist is in line to the mace. The closer you go to the globe, the easier it's going to be. You keep your eyes locked into the globe the whole time. First and foremost, so that you don't drop it on your face. Secondly, it gives you something to lock your gaze into and find your breath for 3. Breathing 2. 1 more big inhale. Breathe it out. Okay, stay in that same position and just extend your front leg. Bring your right hand down onto your shin. You can move down towards your ankle, even the ground, a yoga block if you have it. Hold it there for 3. Keep your eyes locked onto the globe, shoulder pack 2. 1 more full breath in. Breathe it out. Bend back into your front leg as you bring the mace down. Grab it with your opposite hand. Pivot on your back foot. Place the mace down at the top of your mat. Globe on the left side now. Step back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, dynamic dog. Take a deep breath into your nose. Open up your mouth, sigh it out, let something go. Big toes together to touch, left leg up. Knee to your chest, hinge forward. Big step forward, find a long runner's lunge. Back toes tucked under. Draw your shoulders back and down. Reach for your mace. Right hand on the tail now, left hand at the center. We row it in first. Feel the work of your shoulders drawing back, your biceps, your triceps. Hinge up. Flip it to reverse guard. Draw your top forearm down. There you go. Now press up. Find your horizontal overhead here. Huh?
Switch to what?
No, it's like that. You want to have it to the, oh yeah, the globe is on the other side. There you go. Yes, exactly. Draw your shoulders back and down. Good. Use your core. Take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Crank it back down into that reverse guard position. Flip your front hand. Open up, warrior 2. You hold it in modified flag. Marlena, wrist in line to your elbow. You don't have to, you can keep your hand higher up if you need, but see that you've got this straight line here and help protect your wrist. You can hold it there, you can extend it out. If you're extending out, the mace globe slightly angles towards you. Elbow lock unless you hyperextend and keep a soft bend. Take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. If you're in full flag, bring it in. You can transition it in front of your body or take your back switch, bring it behind you, grab it with the opposite hand, and unsheath it. We go into our extended side angle. Left elbow down on our left thigh. We extend the mace overhead and look at it. 3. Breathing 2. Remember, the closer you go to the globe, the easier it is. Keep pressing your front knee open. 1 more big deep breath in. Breathe it out. Keep the mace where it is. Extend your front leg. Slide your hand down your shin towards your ankle. Use a yoga block to bring the ground up to you. For 3. Breathing 2. 1 more big deep breath in. Breathe it out. All right, bend your knee, bring the mace down, pivot towards the front, and set it down. That's the last we'll use the mace. Step back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, take a deep breath in. Big breath out, let it go. And we're gonna go through that 1 more time without the mace. Big toes together to touch, right leg up, breathe in. Knee to your chest, hinge forward. Stand up into a high lunge, back toes tucked under, all 10 toes look forward, reach your arms up. Notice the difference, not to have the tool in your hand. You feel a little bit lighter. Take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Open up into warrior 2. Just plant your back foot down, press your front knee open as your arms press down. Externally rotating your front knee, using your glutes. So it's like you have your low ribs hugging in, your low abdominals hugging up, glute on. One more deep breath in. Breathe it out. Right elbow, right thigh, extended side angle for 3. You can look up towards the ceiling, help you to peel your shoulders open. One more deep breath in. Breathe it out. Extend your front leg, triangle pose, Trikonasana. You straighten out through your front leg, adjust your hand wherever you need it to be so that your legs can be straight. One last deep breath in. Breathe it out. Top hand comes down, back foot pivots, downward facing dog. Step back. Pedal out your feet, take a deep breath in. Big open mouth, sigh out, let it go. Final side, big toes together to touch, left leg up. High lunge, knee to your chest, hollow body plank to step forward and rise. I almost always, when I step forward, then wiggle my back foot further back so you can get more length through your hip flexor, shoulders over hips, so your core is on here, protecting your low back. Take one more deep breath in. Breathe it out. Open up warrior 2, back foot pivots. Your arm press open like through molasses, right? Pressing the air down away from you. Hold it here for 3. Steady your gaze on a single non-moving point out beyond your front middle finger. 2. One more deep breath in. Breathe it out. Extended side angle. Stay in that bent leg. Right arm comes up. A nice long extension. You're pressing down into the pinky toe side of your back foot. One more deep breath here. Breathe it out. Extend your front leg, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Left hand down wherever it needs to be to get both your legs straight. Find some lengthening through your hamstrings. You're slightly pressing your hips forward, and maybe you can even reach back with your top hand ever so slightly. One more big breath in. Breathe it out. All right, top hand comes down. Bend your front leg, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open up your mouth, let it out. All right, from here, we'll work into our cool down. Our right leg comes forward to a half pigeon. So our front shin is coming perpendicular or at a 45-degree angle across the top. Our shoulders draw back. Our back foot slides back so our hips stay centered. And then you're gonna walk your hands forward. You can brace yourself on your elbows. Over the time that you're here, you might even be able to walk your hands further out in front of you and release over your front leg. And if this is not accessible because of your knee or whatever other reason, you can take this on your back as well. Do a supine figure 4. So you're laying on your back, your right ankle is over your left knee, and then you reach through that little hole and you pull your legs toward you. Both variations targeting the same thing. You choose what works for you. Let's come back into connection with our Ujjayi breath, in and out through our nose, tapping into that parasympathetic nervous system. As we start to calm ourselves down, you might even start to take this time to acknowledge yourself for something that you felt that you did well today. Even if that was just showing up. Oftentimes that is the hardest part in building consistency, is just simply showing up. You're here for 3. For 2. One more deep breath in. Breathe it out. And then you'll switch sides. Bring your chest up. You can swing your legs around and switch on the ground. You can also take a little counter stretch if you want. You curl your back toes under. Right leg goes back to a three-legged dog. You peel your hip open here. Whenever and however you want to transition, we end up with the left leg forward. If you're on your back, the left ankle comes over your right knee now. And get curious of your breath as the tool to take you further in your stretch. Translating to your brain that you are okay going just past comfortable. If we only stay with what is absolutely comfortable, well, that is exactly it. That's where we stay. If we're looking to get different results in our life, work ourselves towards our goals, we have to be willing to go just past comfortable. Try something new, different. If we want different results, we have to be willing to try something different. We've got about 5 more deep breaths here. Every inhale brings a fresh, new stretch somewhere. And every exhale allows you to relax just a little bit somewhere. To deepen something, let go somewhere. And a lot of times that deepening is not something that anybody on the outside could see, just something that you feel in your body. As you become willing to work with yourself. And one more deep breath in. Breathe it out. Walk your hands back to lift your chest. You can take that same counter stretch if you liked, where the left leg comes back and your knee peels open over your hip. However you decide to get out of it, we're going to meet in a seated forward fold. So our legs out in front of us. Shoulders stacked over your hip. Flex your feet here first. Okay? Press the backs of your knees down. Draw your posture up, so shoulders over your hips. And as we start to fold, I want you to see if you can fold with a flat back. Okay, take a deep breath in. Don't even worry about touching onto your feet. Just put them down beside you. Draw your shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hinge forward. Good. Every time you're going to breathe like that, just a deep breath in, you get a little longer. You scoop out your low belly. And then as you exhale, you can slightly hinge forward. So instead of trying to get our forehead towards our shins, we're trying to close the gap from our belly towards our thighs. This is going to help us correct our posture from being in this rounding motion on our phones, on our computers, driving, all that stuff. Keeping our shoulders back and hinging from the hips. Keeping the backs of our knees pressing down. Deep breath in. Breathe it out. And one more time, fill up. Hinge down to your lowest point today and hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. All right, come all the way up. Move my mace forward a little bit. All right, heels glued down onto the ground. Let's just roll all the way down to laying on our back. Challenge yourself to move vertebrae by vertebrae. Challenge yourself to see if you can keep your heels glued on the ground as you lower. And then reach your arms all the way up over your head. Point your toes. Take a full body stretch. Bring your knees into your chest. Just give yourself a nice little rock side to side. If you want to even take some hip circles here with your knees, moving them apart from each other, you can. From here, we're going to take our knees over towards the left for a supine twist, a reclining twist. Shoulder blades stay pressing down towards the ground. It's okay if they don't both touch. You can look out towards the right if it feels okay in your neck. And just let the weight of your legs fall wherever it is. So you're not trying to hold your legs in any specific kind of way. Choose your breath over force. And one more deep breath in. Breathe it out. Bring your knees back to center, roll back onto your back, and switch your knees over to the other side. Your left arm extends out to the left. You can look in that direction. So important to take some time to stretch after you work out. Letting your body come down for recovery is imperative to find strength. And one more deep breath in. Breathe it out. Roll back onto your back. Extend both your legs forward and find your Shavasana. In yoga, it's our corpse pose, our final resting pose. Let your feet fall away from each other. Let your arms go wide. If you're on a yoga mat, you want to get wider than your yoga mat. You can really allow your arms and legs to be comfortable without feeling that you're holding the position of your shoulders or your hips. And we'll just take a deep breath in together through our nose. And then open up your mouth and sigh it out. Let it go. And then release any control of your breath. If you feel all right to do so, your eyes are closed. And you're just giving your body this chance to absorb all the work that you've done. And to acknowledge yourself for showing up, for putting in your effort and time. And taking a final minute of rest as a vital part of building strength. As we don't get strong from training, we get strong from recovering from training. You may notice how easy it is for your mind to wander. That's really just the nature of the mind, is to wander. You're simply just going to guide it back to your breath. See if you can notice how your body is moving with your breath. You don't need to change your breath in any kind of way. Just notice how your inhales and exhales are moving your physical body. And over your next few breaths, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can roll your wrists and flex and point your feet. If it feels inviting, you can slide your feet together and take a full body stretch again here. And bring your knees in towards your chest. You'll fall over onto one side, just as if you were sleeping on one side. You bend your knees, use your arm like a pillow. Traditionally in yoga, we take this position after Shavasana, after corpse pose, to signify a rebirth. We call this fetal pose or reclining baby pose. It's a chance for you to consider what you want to leave here and what you want to take with you. And with your eyes still closed, press all the way up to a seat. You can sit however is comfortable to you. Doing so with your eyes closed just helps you to build some proprioception, the awareness of your body in space. Once you get to your seat, draw your shoulders back over your hips. Take a posture here that honors your effort, your energy, your time. Lifting your head with a sense of pride. And we'll just share one last breath here together. Take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it. Now see if you can get one more breath in. And then maybe another one. And then hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big open mouth, sigh out. Our hands together to touch in front of your chest. And simply to acknowledge each other, we bow forward. Thank you all that are here. Always an honor and pleasure to share the practice. Thanks to all of you watching. And you guys know how to find me if you have any questions. Thanks so much for being here. Stop the recording now. And it'll be uploaded to the Stand Store link momentarily. Thank you, everyone.